Hi everybody. It's quite nervous to come after you ladies. Well, amazing stories. So I'm going to be on the light side probably of the speak today. So you probably all heard the sentence, you are what you eat. Yeah? Okay. Have you heard you are what you drink? Okay. I think it's really true because it's my job. Okay, I'm a sommelier, which means that I take care of you when you come to a restaurant and I make you drink. Basically, it's my job. And I love my job, and I think today I'm a very lucky girl because I think I'm kind of at the top of my career. I'm here in New York. I've been working in a bunch of different countries, Michelin star restaurants. I have a title of a master sommelier. I make wine. I wrote books on wine. Everything is wine. I'm at a stage of my career where it's not enough. Like another title, I'm going for a new title of the best French sommelier in the fall. But like that's not enough today for what I want to do in my life. And I realize that when you're on top of your game, what can you do next? And it's to start a movement. And it's what I'm going to share with you today. So when I was a kid, I grew up in a wine region. My parents are not at all in wine, and I was not thinking about being at the consulate today, you know, to talk about wine and women and leadership and all that. I wanted to be a tennis player. So I was really like, right off the bat, I was a very, very intense little one. So my parents put me on a tennis court, and I loved it. And I went for it, you know, and I went for it full speed for years. Like when I went for it, it's like I wanted to become a pro tennis player. I was playing all the time, training, competition. And that was my dream. And at 17, my dream just collapsed. Just because I was so much into it, I was playing so much, and it became all my life that I had a very massive injury on my shoulder. And I just couldn't play anymore. I just totally destroyed my right shoulder. So just my dream just collapsed. And so I was like, what I'm going to do in my life? You know, I was supposed to become that great tennis player. Everybody was telling me, you are going to be the greatest tennis player like the next week. So what should I do? I was at school, and I was pretty good at school. I was just bored at school, so I played tennis instead of going to school. And in France, we have something very great. I think at the last year of high school, we have to take philosophy classes. It's the last year you have to go to philosophy classes. Got into my philosophy classes, and after 5 minutes in that classes, I kind of knew that was for me. Philosophy was for me. Like, that was a revelation. I suddenly discovered something that was giving a sense to life. I could ask questions. I could try to understand the why in life. I could try to become my own critical thinker. So I went full speed again in philosophy. Plato, Nietzsche, go for it, just thinking, breathing, reading philosophy 24 hours a day. And within 5 years, after going to top school and everything, I was on my way to become a college teacher of philosophy. And then again, some things arrived. I was just too much, and I had a very massive mental breakdown. Very massive mental breakdown that stopped me to do everything. I just couldn't do anything. I just couldn't go on the street. I couldn't talk to people. I had to go back to my parents. My mom had to take me to the grocery shop. I was just absolutely destroyed. And I was like, how can my passion, how can that can destroy me so much? What is consuming me inside that I just can't make it happen? What is burning me down? And I was lost again. And suddenly the chance or something struck up. And my philosophy teacher, the first one that got into that kind of my drug, came back to me and offered me a glass of wine. Of course, we're in France, you drink wine. I started very, very, very young, so I was drinking, but I was not drinking that way. He gave me that glass of wine, and that glass of wine suddenly just opened a door. And I was like, man, that's awesome. Let's go into wine. And suddenly I could realize that I get into wine, get that physical excitement I get, that intellectual excitement that I get, because wine could be everything. Fast forward 2 years after, I'm here, MBA in management, hospitality, I'm going to be into wine. I got a second glass of wine. That second glass of wine just changed my life. The previous one gave me the what. I'm going to become a sommelier. The second one gave me a why. Why should I be into wine? That was in 1937, Yquem. Yquem is an extraordinary sweet wine. Okay, it's like one of the rare one of the world. So I was already very lucky to drink that. But I was drinking 1937. I was drinking the history. I was drinking sunlight. I could feel in that glass that I could be transported back to that moment in time. And I realized that wine could be something that can transport you somewhere when it's done and grown the right way. When the farmers are producing it the right way, without additives or with a certain type of farming, could give you that. You could make your own. And I could do that in my life. I could share that experience with people. I could pop up bottles of wines, I could transport them. Fast forward, I'm here today. I'm in New York. I went into wine, same way, like full speed. I'm a master sommelier. I wanted to get a master sommelier. I'm one of the 25 women master sommelier, and I wanted to become that master sommelier. I'm a partner in a restaurant, international career. But one thing happened last year, amongst everything. I created a wine list. You know, it can be very, very superficial. So I created one list for my previous restaurant. And that one list was awarded best one list in the world by a very, very top publication called The World of Fine Wine. That was great, of course. But what was great is that my wine list was 90% organic, biodynamic, and natural wine. That it's not my work that was awarded. That was the work of the farmer and all the growers that taught me along the way that was awarded. And what I realized is that my why today is that my why today of being at the top of my field is not to be at the top of my field. My voice is to become an influencer and to use the stage that I have today to defend something that is much more important, the work of people that today are working in agriculture in their vineyard. So I was very lucky because I find my voice and I find my skill, which is wine. But if you don't use your skill for the greater good, there is just no points. And I'm pretty lucky because I'm doing that, popping bottle of wine, pairing food with this bottle of wine, sharing it with friends. And I can be part of something way bigger than me. And I can be part of that movement. And my new voice is that education. So thank you.